What if everything you believed about your own personality was completely wrong? Recent studies show that 80% of people misidentify their own personality traits, especially when it comes to being introverted or extroverted.
That's a fascinating statistic, and it really hits home because I recently had my own revelation about this exact topic.
Tell me more about this personal discovery. What made you question your understanding of yourself?
Well, I've always been known as the ultimate extrovert, organizing events, connecting people, being the social glue. But a recent project forced me into long periods of solitude and something unexpected happened.
Let me guess, it wasn't the draining experience you anticipated.
Exactly. Those quiet hours became incredibly energizing. It completely challenged my self-image as this pure extrovert who needed constant social interaction.
This aligns with recent psychological research showing that about 68% of people actually fall somewhere in the middle of the introversion extroversion spectrum rather than at either extreme.
That makes so much sense. I've realized I perform better around people but recharge in solitude. How about you? Any surprising self-discoveries lately?
Actually, yes, and it relates to another interesting statistic. Studies show that perfectionism among young professionals has increased by 33% in the last decade. I was definitely part of that trend until recently.
Oh, what changed your perspective?
It happened through pottery of all things. Like I started taking classes, and at first I was obsessing over creating these perfectly symmetrical pieces. Every tiny flaw felt like a personal failure.
That sounds incredibly stressful. What was the turning point?
The breakthrough came when I created this completely imperfect mug, asymmetrical with a distinctive crack in the glaze. And here's the surprising part. It became my favorite piece. It taught me that perfection isn't just unattainable, it's often undesirable.
That reminds me of the Japanese concept of wabi-sabi, finding beauty in imperfection. How has this revelation affected other areas of your life?
It's transformed everything. Research shows that letting go of perfectionism can increase productivity by up to 40% and significantly reduce stress levels. I'm experiencing that firsthand in my work and relationships.
These kinds of self-discoveries seem to happen most often when we're pushed out of our comfort zones, don't they?
Absolutely right. Psychology Today recently published a study showing that 72% of significant personal insights occur during periods of disruption or change in our normal routines.
That makes me wonder what other aspects of ourselves we might discover if we intentionally sought out new experiences.
Well, neuroscience suggests that trying new activities creates new neural pathways, literally rewiring our brains. It's like we're constantly capable of reinventing ourselves.
Speaking of reinvention, how do you think these personal discoveries contribute to our overall growth?
Research indicates that people who regularly challenge their self-perceptions show 45% more adaptability in facing life changes. It's like building a more flexible sense of self.
That's fascinating. Do you think there's a downside to discovering these new aspects of ourselves?
Interestingly, studies show that while 90% of people report feeling initial discomfort when challenging their self-image, 85% ultimately describe it as a positive experience. It's about embracing the uncertainty of growth.
These statistics really put our personal experiences into a broader context, don't they?
They do, and they remind us that self-discovery isn't just a personal journey. It's part of our collective human experience. Recent data shows that people who regularly reflect on their personal growth report 60% higher life satisfaction scores.
That's quite remarkable. Any final thoughts on what we've discussed today?
Well, if there's one thing we've learned, it's that our understanding of ourselves is never complete. Every day brings the potential for new insights, and that's what makes this journey so fascinating. The research shows we're most alive when we're growing and discovering.
That's a perfect way to wrap up this exploration of self-discovery and personal growth.
And remember, as the latest psychological research suggests, the most valuable discoveries often come when we least expect them. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and stay open to surprising yourself.